Hey everybody, hope you're having an awesome Friday. I'm popping on kind of late. Just want to throw down some color on this sketch I started last night. But I hope you're doing good. Happy Friday. Let's see. Cool. So this is an interesting paper. It's called Yupo paper. It's almost like plastic that I'm drawing on or painting on right now. So you can see it's really slick. The paint is literally kind of beating right off of it. But what I like about Yupo is, I haven't used it too many times, but I like, you can see how it's drying here. It looks pretty interesting how it's drying. But one of the cool things about Yupo is if I don't really like something, you could wipe it off. So let's just say I didn't like this part here. You can kind of wipe it off, which is cool. There is a little bit of stain behind, but it's a really cool medium. So, you could use it to, you could even, paint or sketch by removing paint if you wanted to. Kind of like this here. so it's just a fun medium to play around with. It also takes a lot of patience because this is something that'll take definitely quite a few different layers on it. And you'll see when I post it and keep working on it, you'll see how it really takes shape. But yeah, I thought we'd just throw down some color. Excuse me. So this sketch was inspired by a picture I took from the Brooklyn Bridge, looking back towards the Freedom Tower, which is right here. Freedom Tower, its real name is actually One World Trade. This is actually some structure here of the Brooklyn Bridge. So I thought it'd be fun just to sketch this one out and see what happens. And I'll come back in after it's dried. We'll add another layer. I'll pull out the building shapes more. I used ink, apple snail ink on here. That's the color you see of the buildings. I'm gonna stay away from the World Trade Center building right now. And yeah, I think I might end up keeping that mostly white. But the idea tonight is my intention tonight is just to throw down some color on here, and I'll let it dry, and I'll play around with it again later tomorrow. Cool. Hey, Chip's in the house. Good to see you, Chip. Hope all's well. See you in a couple of weeks. Yeah, I am so excited. I can't wait to see you. It's gonna be awesome, awesome, and awesome. We'll definitely connect. Maybe I'll give you a shout this coming week if that's cool, and we'll figure it out. But yeah, good stuff. So I'm gonna put this aside and let it dry. Again, this is Yupo paper. It's like painting on plastic. So it's really, really slick. You can see the water just moving around on there. But I like the way it dries. So, and basically these color blocks I laid in are great because it's going to allow me to come back and add some details on top. Maybe we'll even break out the Sharpie and we can sketch in and refine some of these buildings more. So think of this as kind of a background wash to the architecture. I'm going to do another quick sketch here. Let me put this aside. We'll let it dry somewhere. We'll put it here. Put it on top of my laptop. All right, awesome. So I don't have anything planned, but let's sketch something. What do we want to sketch? We'll use some of this Fabriano paper I have out. By the way, this is how this one dried. If you guys were watching me work on this the other day, it dried really, really nicely. I like it. It came out really cool. Awesome. All right, let's just do a quickie on here, and I'm gonna wrap up at 11, so I got 10 minutes. Boom. Let's break out this Sharpie and let's just do some sketching. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna wing it which is always fun. Just put the pen down and we'll see what happens. Maybe nothing but crazy scribbles, or knowing me, it'll be some kind of buildings, which is so much fun. Chip says, that is one of my favorites. Oh, Chip, I'm so glad you like that one. Thank you so much. It came out really cool. Chip, you've been doing some really amazing artwork. Also, I love your Picasso-ish piece I saw the other day. It's incredible. You, my friend, are so gifted. Man of many talents. All right, let's see. So I just got the Sharpie and I'm throwing down some kind of architecture, some kind of buildings. Starting off with some roof shapes, as they say, as someone says. Maybe this is some kind of village. I'm getting some kind of village vibes. I don't know if it's an old medieval village or who knows. We'll see what happens. That's what's so much fun about just throwing down lines on paper. Let's go for it. Oh, my pup's barking. I'm not sure what she's barking at. She's usually sleeping this time of night, but she's out there barking. Hey, Deborah's house, good to see you. The bridge in the distance, so good. Oh, so let's bring this back out. So Chip, yeah. So I remember during the live stream you had made a comment, and I'm so glad that you said that, and you said it again, that the idea was I wanted the Brooklyn Bridge I wanted people to recognize it's a bridge, but I didn't want a lot of detail. So the Brooklyn Bridge here, it's kind of just background. I really wanted the building in the front to pop. That's why there's not a lot of detail on the bridge itself, and just kind of a wash of gray on there. So hopefully it gave that sense of depth and distance in this sketch. You guys know I love bridges. I especially love the Brooklyn Bridge, and it was just, yeah, I was playing around trying to figure out how to capture it without detailing. So quick, loose, and sometimes you could tell stories without a lot of lines, right? Not a lot of lines happening here. So cool. I'm so glad you guys, I'm so glad you like it. Deborah says, good evening. Bought my first lammy at the airport this week. Yes! What? They sell lammies at airports? How cool is that? Dang, which airport? Don't tell me. I'll spend more money. Sorry guys, I hear Olivia barking. She probably hears me talking. I should go check and maybe I'll bring her in here. So give me a sec and we'll see what the pup's up to. I'm gonna go check on the pup. Enjoy this scene I'm making. Let me know in the comments, where do you think this sketch is headed? Let me go check my pup. I'm not sure what she's barking at. There's nothing out there. She's saying you need to get to bed. Maybe. She's a great pup. I'm so glad that she's a part of our family now. We've had her for 5 weeks, almost 5 weeks, I think. Alright, cool. Now let's just throw down some color on here and see what happens. Deborah says Fort Lauderdale, $16. That's good. That is so cool. It's great to know that airports are selling lammies. I love it. That's it's a good sign. You can get books, and you can get lammies and food. Airports have really come a long way. I've noticed that last time I traveled. It's just, they're incredible. All the conveniences now you can find. I noticed that in my own airport here, Newark Airport. It's crazy. But it's good. So let's just throw down some quick loose color on here. And I'm just working with the same colors I had before. Hey Jennifer, cheers. 118 degrees, OMG. Holy cow. Jennifer, I hope you are keeping cool in Arizona. That is crazy. It's so great to see you online tonight, and man, I really do hope you're keeping cool. That's insanity. Wow. This weather is intense. All right, let's throw it. Let's throw some purple on here. A small village in Switzerland on the side of a mountain. Ooh, that could be it. I like that, Chip. I like that you're using your imagination. And I'm just mixing up. I feel like this needs a little bit of purple on here, so I'm just mixing some up. And guys, I'm just picking out random, just throwing the colors here randomly. One of the cool things I love about watercolors is watching and seeing how things dry. I love what's happening right here. Let me zoom in. I don't know if you can see it as well as I can, but this is really, I love the way these colors are mixing and drying here. I love the way it's puddling up down here. It's going to be pretty intense. I like the way the purple is drying in this area here. I love hard lines on watercolors, so you have that hard edge. Boom. So that's what really excites me, just seeing how all these things are drying. And then again, I'll come back to this just like the other one, and I'll throw down, I'll take my Sharpie or my Pilot Precise, and we'll sketch some details on here. I'll add windows and show maybe some stonework. I like the idea of this town in Switzerland on the mountain. So I'll definitely maybe show some stonework on the buildings. But this is just setting it up, just setting up the background. And letting the colors dance around and have fun. It keeps it loose, and it'll keep my sketching loose when I come back to add some architectural details and materials on here. Now because the loose painting, the watercolor is setting that tone for me. It's giving me that permission to, hey, when I come back and sketch over it, just to keep it loose. Really cool. I love actually the way I love this color combination right in here. It's going to dry really nicely. Lauterbrunnen, Switzerland. Did I say that right? Lauterbrunnen, Switzerland. Let me know if that's how you say it in Swiss. Jennifer says stupid hot here. Not just hot, it's stupid hot. Yeah, that is absolutely crazy. I feel for you guys out there in Arizona. Holy moly. I'm sure the AC is, hopefully you have AC and it's going well. It's cranked up. Where's my paper towel? Here it is. Cool. This is drying really nicely. I like what's happening here too as it's drying. I do geek out on this stuff, so warning, geek alert. This is what excites me. I know it might be wacky, but I just love this. It's so fun. I like the white space. I'm going to keep that there. I want to pop some really intense yellow, so I'm going to just put it really thick. I'm going to load it up on my brush. Keep it fairly dry. You can see it on there. And I just want to load up some intense yellow on here. And I'm almost sketching with it. Just want to pull out some lines here. Livy's into the sketch. She's it's weird. She's usually sleeping now. Cool. So you can see just by adding the yellow kind of down here, I'm just sketching in some line work. So sometimes when we paint or watercolor, we think of just doing washes, right? Layering, spreading the color out. But you can also sketch with the color if you just lay it on your brush really thickly. Is that a word, thickly? Thick? If you just lay it on there thick. I don't think thickly is a word. I'll do like here, I'll layer up some of this turquoise. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm just going to do some sketching with it. And of course, when I add water in it later on, if I do, it's going to dilute it, but that's okay. So let's just say I want to pull out maybe this edge here. Well, it wasn't dry enough, so it was just spreading, but you can see it's kind of thick. Maybe I just want to do a little line here. Boom. And maybe down here we'll throw some as well. There we go. That's cool. I actually like what that did. I'm gonna pull out this arch a little bit with that turquoise. Right, so you can see I'm just kind of drawing with it now. Alright guys, let me know if there's any questions. I'm going to wrap up in a minute. And this is one I'll play with again later on. After it dries, I'll come and add more stuff onto it. And I'm actually going to I'm going to leave this all unfinished here. I might sketch in some, just hint at maybe some landscape. Maybe if this is a hillside town, I can, no wait for it to dry though, but maybe I'll sketch in some kind of hillside, just coming down like this. But I'm going to leave this kind of unfinished in here. And when this dries, I'll come back and add some detail on there. Pull out some windows and some stonework, and I think we'll do some roofing as well. Cool. Alright guys, that's a wrap for tonight. I'm just on real quick. Hope you're doing well. Jennifer, hope you keep cool. DB is in the house. DB, always great to see you. Let's see how the other one dried, guys. Or is drying. I'm gonna set this over here. Let me bring the other one back over. It's DB, and DB. Great to see you. All right. See how this one's drying. Oh, I have sketchbooks on the floor here, and I just stepped on them. Silly me. Let me zoom out a little bit. So you can see how this one's drying. And again, this is that Yupo paper, that plastic. It's basically like sketching on mylar or painting on mylar. It's a plastic material. Look at the hard edges on here. Holy cow. So it's pretty interesting. I like the way this stuff dries. Apparently Olivia likes it too. But it's still, you can see it's still pretty slick if I do that. So it does take a while for it to dry. You see that puddle right there. Again, this is a process of layering, and I'll come back again when it's dries, and maybe I'll use the same brown ink there, or maybe pull out some black, pull some more shapes out here, maybe add a little color. And one of the cool things about this paper, like I said before, if I don't like something, I can wipe it off. So let's just say I don't like this spot here. So yeah, I just kind of lifted it off. It does stain it, so it's not perfectly white underneath, but you can lift some of that spots off. So that's one of the cool things about using this Yupo. Plus it's just fun to say. Try saying it at home. Yupo. DB says, night, sorry I missed you. Oh no, it's all good. Awesome, call you next week. Sounds good. Thank you, Chip. Have a great night as well. Yeah, we'll talk next week for sure. DB, is always great to see you. Glad you popped in just as I was wrapping up. Good stuff. There we go. I just wanted to run this water back up there just to pull that edge of that, actually this edge and that edge of the buildings out a little bit more, just by running the paint. Don't be afraid to use gravity when you're painting. Gravity is like another tool, right? Ah, cool. Yeah, that'll be fun to add. I wish it was dry now. I'd do some more sketching, but I gotta wait. Now I'm in waiting mode. That's why you typically have more than one sketch or painting going at a time. That way I can allow things to dry if I need to, and come back to them. Alright guys, it's a wrap. I have to get up early tomorrow. I have some errands to run. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much for watching. DB, I'm glad you just caught us. It was great seeing you. Chip, I appreciate your time as always. And Jennifer, always great seeing you as well. And Deborah was in the house too. Hey guys, have a great night. Remember, keep paying it forward with positivity through creativity. And I should be on tomorrow, Saturday night. I will plan on being on tomorrow night and doing some more stuff. Take care. Thank you for sharing. Of course, thank you for spending your time and sharing your time. I appreciate it so much. Take care, guys. Have a great night. Peace and live creatively. See you soon. Tomorrow night. I'll be on tomorrow. Probably around, I don't know, 9:30 p.m.-ish, 10 p.m.-ish, somewhere. If all goes well. Take care.